Okay, this may be the third time I've started this, so my apologies for that. It's just that this thing is giving me weird messages I haven't seen before. Anyway, it's January the 28th, and as you can see, I'm in a different location. As it happens, I had to drop my wife off for something, and so while she's in her appointment, I'm going to do my walk out here. I have walked here before because this used to be where my dentist was located, right over here, but they're currently not there, so it's been a while since I've been here. And I've got about half an hour, so we'll keep it fairly short. Lakeview Steakhouse here. It's very warm, it's +1, above freezing. We're headed into a really warm period here because of a weather pattern that's allowing warm air to flood into our area. Could be some records broken. Not necessarily. Some of the records go like back to the 19th century, and there's like 15 degrees and things like that in some parts of the West, even in January. So, not really a record. Could be a record. We don't know yet. Sometime this week. Then it cools off again after that, and there'll probably be some more snow. But we're going to lose a lot of snow the next few days. If you were with me yesterday and saw me fall, I'm okay. I'm a little sore, but I don't think it's from the fall. I did something to my shoulder, so that's a little uncomfortable at the moment. But do I have to press a button to cross here? Looks like I do. We're going this way into, I don't know if they call that Hillsdale or not. Hillsdale is kind of in this direction, but I always think of it as more over on that side of this is Hillsdale Drive. Now, it's very easy to get so turned around in here. Just find yourself on Crescents and don't know how to get out. So I'm keep an eye on that because I do have to watch my time. If you go on down Hillsdale here, and then turn left, you get to the university. One way to the university is down this way. Apartment building here. And there's a big church, Apostolic Church, I think. Right here. Then we'll turn on the next street and go to the left to get out of the get off of the busier street here. Oops. There's a patch of ice to watch out for. That was a police car we went by. There's some sort of protest caravan that we passed. I have no idea what it was about. They were waving Canadian flags, which doesn't tell you much. And other than that, I don't know what it was in aid of or against. I don't know if they were supporting something or protesting something. They needed better signage, that's for sure. Never been in that church. I do want to be careful because you have water and then you have ice. You have places where it is melted in the sun and places where it hasn't. So I really don't want to take another tumble after yesterday. Hello, Jerry. Yes, the heat is on. If it gets as warm as they say, I might do a walk in just a sweater a couple of days. I'm wearing my lighter leather jacket, but I can tell, as it was yesterday when it was colder, it was too warm when I started walking. So, okay, we'll go down this way. Into this residential neighborhood here. So, publishing-wise, what was I doing today? What was I doing? Publicity stuff, emails about this and that. This is the week when I intend to devote some time every day to my own work. This is kind of a rebalancing thing I've absolutely got to do. Even though the publishing side of stuff always has more stuff to do. I have to dedicate some time to my own writing. And I also have to dedicate some time every day to editing. So my current thinking is, if I spend morning on publishing stuff, emails and such like, and then afternoon on editing and writing, I need to start a new novel, and I've got a couple of possibilities there. I want to get something together, a proposal with enough. I don't necessarily have to finish the book, but I probably need 100 pages or so for my agent to pitch. Now this is probably, it doesn't say it's a crescent, so let's follow it. But there's no sidewalk on this side. We'll go to the other side. Of course, this is Jubilee Avenue, and this is Langley Street, goes this way. Langley Street we'll take. This neighborhood probably dates back to the 60s, I would guess. Maybe the 70s, based on the buildings, the houses. Maybe the 50s, I suppose, but I don't think so. Oh, there's a nasty patch of ice. Thought I was being careful yesterday, but I wasn't careful enough. So yes, if you'd like to see that, go back to 3705 in yesterday's walk. You can watch me go down. What I find is that it's easier to do administrative stuff in the morning because I have my coffee, I'm sitting in my chair, email, I'm looking at email, so just dealing with it up front. Then in the afternoon, maybe I go to a coffee shop or somewhere, do some writing. That's my thinking. Noticeably colder on the shady side of the street. There's a lot of warmth in the sun, which is another sign of winter losing its grip, of course. It's getting higher every day. Not very high yet. I mean, there it is at noon, but still. A little afternoon, but still. That's interesting. Those two houses come together. Have they been turned into one really big house? Or is that just a coincidence of the way they're definitely sharing whatever's in the middle? Or at least they run right into each other. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what I did to my, maybe it's from falling yesterday, but it didn't hurt until a little bit later this morning. Just up around my upper shoulder, the trapezoids. I did something to them this morning, I think. I don't know exactly what, but it's one of the joys of getting older. Things hurt, and you can't always figure out why. And trying to read all that, it's difficult. Wouldn't do me any good. I wouldn't be able to read my handwriting later. If I have an idea, I'd stick it in my phone in a note or something, but it doesn't really work like that for me. Nice, elegant curve to the road here. It's not called a crescent, it's called a street. We are walking toward Wascana Parkway. The university is over there. Not that you can see it, but that's where it is. Watching my time. It's only 5 after, so I have to be back to pick up my wife at 1:30. And then I will go find some place to write. Tonight we're planning to go hear Jack Simple, local guitar legend. Well, Canadian guitar legend, really. Musician. We've known him a long time, too. Well enough to say hi to, anyway. And I was actually in a production of Oklahoma with his daughter, Caitlin, who is currently in Globe Theatre's musical theater review show, which we're also going to go see in a couple of weeks. Now, I'm thinking if I go left here, that might be, I don't want to go right because I don't want to walk too far away from my returning spot. This takes us, well, that just takes us back down there. That's a little too soon though. So maybe I will go on down to the right again for a bit. See, I want to get back there. Oh no, wait a minute. Because of the curve, that's Wascana Drive right there. No, we'll go this way. I think. So that is a crescent. Which way does it go? That's Wascana Parkway up there with all of the traffic, and there's no good way to walk along it because there's no sidewalk. In this kind of weather, you get your feet wet. Does this take us into this condo complex over here? I think it does. So let's go over this way. I mean, I can walk down there, I guess, and so the lake's directly ahead there. Oh, hello. No bruises at all, actually. Even where I banged my elbow isn't particularly sore today. So I was wearing this leather jacket, which gave it a fair amount of padding. And so again, no good way to walk over there, but it's the lake over there. Douglas Park is that hill over there is landfill from when they deepened the lake. And then the University of Regina is right down there. You just can't quite see it because of the trees. But we'll follow Martin Crescent here into this condo complex. But as I said, for some reason my upper shoulder's really sore, but that's not from falling yesterday because it didn't have any effect on me yesterday. I'm just kind of randomly following. This is not a path exactly, but it's been cleared, so it must be used that way. It's called Quincy Green, according to the sign over there. Kind of own little, not exactly a gated community, but my zipper keeps unzipping and pulling my microphone further away from my mouth. Well, yeah, but I would have felt it probably when I got up this morning, and I didn't. It suddenly started hurting sometime after that, after I'd been sitting in my chair working for a bit. So I think I held myself wrong in my chair, or I did have to go down and bring up laundry. Might have been it. I don't know. It'll go away eventually. Oop, bunny rabbit. Should see him again on the other side of the bush. There he is. Following a well-marked trail. There's probably lots of them in here. It's the kind of space that you often find rabbits in around here. He's keeping an eye on me. He's not completely spooked. He's just kind of loping ahead of me. Getting further away though, but really not running like he's scared of anything. Now where'd he go? Took my eyes off of him and he vanished. He is well camouflaged, of course, this time of year. If we were a dog, he probably wasn't reading that sign. Yeah, this is looping us more or less back to where I was. There's Roberts Plaza ahead of us again. Haven't killed enough time, though. It's not even a quarter after. Ow! Quarter after. Tennis court here, I think. Oh, there's a basketball diamond, so maybe it's just kind of a, call it an outdoor gym space, I guess. Yeah, I know I've done that. Rolled over in bed and pulled a muscle in my shoulder. More or less where I'm feeling this, but it seems to be a place I'm prone to aggravating. Or the other night my hip was hurting for no particular reason. No, it doesn't. It didn't last night. Just but for one night it really hurt. I don't know why. And that was before I fell, so. Now let's see. That's where the clinic is over there, but you have to cross the street at the corner. See the legislative building in the distance. Oof. Less cleared along here. Well, I'll go this way because it's better cleared. Kind of randomly following the path here. Yeah, I don't know exactly what that is when it's winter time. I mean, summertime. Back of an old apartment building. Okay. Downhill, yay. Fortunately, there's still snow on it. It's not ice. I don't think I want to walk on cleats. Somebody else asked me that, but you only need them for a brief period of time. The rest of the time, it's kind of annoying. You certainly wouldn't want them on bare pavement. That'd be worse than... That'd be almost as bad as nothing on ice. So, I don't know. I'd probably trip on them is what would probably happen. They'd dig in unexpectedly and down I'd go. Like when you catch well, years ago going to school in Arkansas, we went skating, ice skating in Little Rock. And for once in my life, I was one of the best skaters on the ice because I'm a terrible skater, but at least I could get around, unlike the Arkansans who were doing it for the first time. Then we had another guy from up here who even had his hockey skates with him, and he was running circles around everybody, of course. So I had to rent a pair of skates because I hadn't taken skates to Arkansas with me. And they were figure skates. And that's when I discovered that I had a bad habit of dragging my toe when I walked. Well, I don't particularly want to cross Hillsdale, so I guess we'll walk over and go further down that way in this direction as I kill the last 15 minutes. Don't worry, the screams are coming from a daycare, not from children being murdered. It can be hard to tell the difference when children are playing. My home office overlooks Davin School Playground, where my daughter went to school. I heard a lot of screaming children in my time. Hi, thanks for waiting for the pedestrian. 538 MYV, I think it was. If any cops are watching, there's your evidence. So, I'm just going to there, but since I've got time to kill, we'll walk up along this way, past this very nice condo building. I've been in there, actually. I interviewed Paul Hill, who's I don't know if he's still alive or not, very well-known local developer. It's in the McCallum Hill buildings downtown. The Hill companies, who actually hired me to portray Walter Scott, the first premier of Saskatchewan, for their centennial a few years ago. So I made a little speech at their meeting here, and then they seemed to like it because they flew me to Calgary and had me do it there, which was more fun because the premier of Alberta was there and I was making, little snide Alberta comments. So that was fun. Also, plus, the free trip and expenses paid and all that sort of thing. It was nice. Plus, I got paid for the gig. So anyway, I interviewed Paul Hill, who lived in this building, for a feature I did in one of the magazines I edited for a while. So I have been in there. They're very nice condos, as you can probably guess from the outside. Park Manor. There's the front entrance. Gotta watch out for that. Saskatchewan archives used to be in this building. They've now moved to the CBC building, where I started from the other day when I walked to Italian Star Deli. But back when I was researching a couple of historical books, I spent quite a bit of time in here looking at old photos. Transmission unstable. Why that is. I wouldn't expect it along here. It has other offices in it. Well, we have one. We don't live in it full time, but we still have it. The upside, somebody else looks after all the snow clearing and everything. Maintenance of the common areas, anyway. Downside, it's like living in an apartment building, although it's a very quiet one, ours. And this is actually assisted living, these ones. Fairly high-end retirement type building. Checking my time. I might just have to walk back the way I came. I don't think there's any way to get down to the street. There's no sidewalk. So here's the front entrance of it. We used to know somebody who lived here in the Bentley. I don't like the sidewalk here. Way too much frost because of this. The tall building here would have kept the sun off of it. Well, I'll try going down this way, but I don't think there's a way through. Maybe there is on foot. There isn't on a car. That office building, I've been in there. And then there's some condos, one of which I've been in. Friends of ours live there. A really nice place. Let's try going down here and see what happens. Oh, the sidewalk ends, so that's a good sign that there's probably no way through on foot. But we'll find out. The worst that can happen is I have to backtrack. There might be a way through between the buildings here too. Get back to where I was. So I've never been in those. They were built second. The ones just past them, been in many times. And they weren't too happy when they built these because they ruined their view. They used to have a nice view downtown, and we even watched fireworks from here sometimes. These ones here is where people we know live. I've been there many times. Many times. I don't know. Oh, picking up the bin, I guess. Now, Might be able to fake your way through there. I can't. Doesn't look like there's a fence. Let's go this way. Another look at the back of the Bentley. Because again, that's the building that had the archives in it at one point. And there's those condos. So where I'm going is just to the left here. I might be able, I think I can find a way through here. Looks like there's a path that other people have trod before me. I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the distance. We actually sang a setting of that poem with Wascana voices back in our winter concert. That and stopping by the woods on a snowy evening. And what's the other one? All that is gold does not last. Seems a bit of a path here. I can find the beginning of it. Here we go. And now we're back rehearsing for our next concert, which will be in April. I'm also singing at the Easter concert for First Baptist, just as I sang at their Christmas concert. So there may be some walks to First Baptist. Some short walks as I go to rehearsal as that gets closer. It's quite early. They're actually having it on March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day. Easter's 2 weeks later, but anyway, that's when the concert is. I have a solo to sing, and I help out the choir. I am very warm. Now, my dentist used to be in here, as I said, but because of problems with the building, they've had to relocate to one of their other places, and I don't know if they're going to be coming back here or not. I doubt I can go through the building either because of that. So, if I walk around to the front again, should be just about right. Let's call this quits. Get out of the sun. There I am. And here we come back to the parking lot where their aimless walk began. Timed out well, though. Hope the sound was okay. My microphone kept slipping. It's not really pointing directly at my mouth, but it's pretty close. All right. Post office box. I will stop right here. So, thanks for walking with me on this warm day. It's going to be warmer yet. And bye for now. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, by the way. Make sure you pick up those World Shapers podcast episodes as they come out. Bye for now.